The time has come. Months of predictions, clickbait, and piggy videos everywhere has led us to the final chapter in Roblox Piggy. It's crazy to think that a Roblox game could create so much noise that the top dog himself, PewDiePie, would find himself playing the game.
Hey, Ken, what is that? Oh! No! That was amazing.
With all the predictions out there though, MiniToon himself has said that nobody has gotten everything quite right yet.
A lot of people have predicted what's going to happen in the chapter. I don't know if anyone has predicted the ending.
Which means I've been wrong this whole time. Hearing this news, it cut me deep. I had to take time away from these prediction videos to contemplate life and wonder if everything else in my reality was a lie. This video, I'll be giving my final predictions. What will happen in the final moments of Roblox Piggy? Will we find out who is behind everything? Will the saga end with questions unanswered? Will you hit that subscribe button if I tell you I do Roblox giveaways every single video to my subscribers? I believe the answers to all those questions are yes. Let's get started. First, let's talk about the map. There are a lot of YouTubers who stay glued to the Piggy Discord and MiniToon's Twitter page to get a first-hand look at the map leaks. When he does post them, these YouTubers rush to make 10-minute videos. Gotta get that ad rev. Talking about a picture. How is that even possible? Let's just give them a hand for finding creative ways to waste everyone's time. Here's the Cliff Notes version. When we left off in Chapter 11, we went into what looked like the entrance of a nuclear power plant. There we met Mr. P, and he went all batty on us and ran away. And of course, we run after him. Chapter 12 will pick up deeper into this facility. So the setting of Chapter 12 should be like a no-brainer. It's a lab or something inside this nuclear power plant. Shocking, right? Here are two pictures which further prove my theory, if you can even call it that. My grandma would probably even be able to guess the location of Chapter 12, and she's been dead for 10 years. If that wasn't enough for you, MiniToon also added the emoji hints that he does every single chapter, and this is what he came up with. A bomb and a lightning bolt. Now it's time for a science and history lesson, kids. What is the purpose of a nuclear power plant? No. Although Chernobyl did do something similar to that. That's where the bomb part comes in. But to the nerdy kid in the back who said it generates electricity, you get a gold lightning bolt sticker emoji thing. Maybe this means that we will find ourselves saving the world from a massive explosion at the end, when whatever bad guy we meet asks us to choose to save the world from a nuclear meltdown, or capture him. After all, MiniToon did tell us weeks ago that the final chapter was going to have multiple endings.
I'm definitely gonna need more time to do that one though, because multiple endings are gonna take a long time to make. So,
it's a choose your own adventure. But the question on everyone's mind, who is this bad guy? In previous videos, I've accused Zizzy, sarcastically, Bunny, and the Super Potato. And then Distorted Memory came out and threw a wrench into the blender and messed up everything. Super Potato is a no. Any good storyteller would have you meet the bad guy at some point before the grand reveal at the end. You would know of his existence somehow by the time the finale hit. While Mr. P did make an appearance in Chapter 11, he didn't mention anything about being captured and having someone pretend to be him. Does anyone else find it weird though that we just saw him 6 chapters ago in the sewers of the school and he was normal? What happened after he left in the helicopter? The helicopter didn't crash because it was seen just sitting in the outpost. Was that even Mr. P that we saw? Or did the Super Potato meet us in the sewer of the school and Mr. P has always been stuck there thinking he messed up the world? Okay, this is just the Super Potato argument again. I will tell you one thing though, Bunny will return in Chapter 12. In a recent interview, MiniToon gave 3 words as a hint of what Chapter 12 will be like. One of those words, illusion. Something in Chapter 12 will reveal a secret. Something that we were tricked into thinking has happened. I personally think Bunny is who holds the key. Either Bunny will come back and help save the day and reveal the true evil, or Bunny will be the evil person behind everything all along. It's hard to say. I will say this though, Bunny is not dead. So if Bunny is only maybe evil, and Super Potato doesn't exist, who is the bad guy? Tammy Sweet Potato? Old video joke, you had to be there. With the Distorted Memory chapter, we find out some new information that could possibly piece everything together. At first glance, you think this chapter is nothing more than a nightmare, but one note is actually the proof that it isn't. The note states, now you relive that night every time you sleep. This means that this nightmare is of actual events. This means that George really does turn evil, and his sister Penny really does walk away from him. The fact that George goes back and forth, though, suggests that he's different than all the rest. Maybe even the first case, Patient Zero. The point of this, though, is that Penny walked away from her younger brother who was crying for help. Couple that with a note found in the mall stating, don't trust the SI. The fact that the entire game is called Piggy and is a horror-style game, fingers start getting pointed to Penny herself. We were all quick to assume that Chapter 1 was part of the story and Penny was in the house. But what if she wasn't? Penny is seen wearing boots after all in the Distorted Memory cutscene, while in Chapter 1, Piggy isn't. Were these not the same people? Maybe the illusion is Penny has been behind this all along because she is jealous of her brother and all the attention he's getting from being the baby in the family. The weird thing though is MiniToon also tweeted out the walking animation of the robotic looking Mr. P. This means that 100% there will be a walking Mr. P in Chapter 12. Question is, will we be going against him or will he be helping us? I'm gonna go ahead and throw out the prediction that the Mr. P that we saw at the end of Chapter 11 isn't the Mr. P we know. I think he's a robot, a minion, a pawn to the real evil, T.S.P. Maybe we don't even find out who T.S.P is, and that's the question left unanswered. Maybe the boss fight at the end of Chapter 12 is of robot Mr. P, and once we defeat him, we realize that he was controlled, but don't find out by who. MiniToon did say that he loved the aspect of ending the story without answering all the questions.
Just so people don't get too upset, I'm not going to answer everything. I'm going to answer a lot, yes.
T.S.P. could stand for the sister pig, which makes Penny the bad guy all over again. While we are on the subject of Penny being the bad guy, why don't we shift our focus back to George? He's clearly infected, but also not. I made mention of him being Patient Zero in a previous video a few weeks back, and will further iterate it here. Why would his parents randomly volunteer to help some random person and risk leaving behind their kids if the kid wasn't the one infected in the first place? As a dad, I would literally do anything to make sure my kids are healthy, including putting my own life in danger. This would also put Penny right at the source, the reason all of this started. It is a little weird that a young girl like Penny would be so evil, but then again, we have a talking potato running around, so anything is possible. Maybe it's something innocent though. Maybe George was infected by a parasite. With the recent Distorted Memory update, we also got a new skin, Parasite. What if George was playing or even perhaps looking for his toys and went into a dark corner where some parasite bit him and he turned evil? I've thrown out a lot of different scenarios here, and really we just need to rein it all back in for the final predictions. Here we go. Chapter 12 will take place in the nuclear power plant, where Mr. P will turn on us after he's seen that we chased him. George will be the character to help us out, just as Zizzy, Pony, and Bunny has in the past. At some point, Bunny will make a return and help us with the boss fight. I sense that Chapter 12 will be broken up into two parts. An escape, or getting to a room with something inside part, and then a boss fight part. The boss fight itself will either be an angry robot Mr. P, or even the person behind the robot T.S.P. themselves. After defeating the robot, Bunny will help us find the real Mr. P, and also obtain the real potion to help cure everyone. I sense the cure is somewhere in this final chapter map. And in the end, we must choose to let the evil person escape and save our friends, or capture the bad guy and let somebody die. I am reluctantly leaning towards Penny being evil, but I admit I still have my reservations as to why. One thing's for sure, nobody knows what will happen in the final moments of Piggy. Even with the story wrapping up in just a few short days, only 2 people in the world know what will happen, and they aren't talking. Thanks everyone for watching this video. I'd be interested to hear your theories on what you think will happen at the end of Piggy. As soon as Chapter 12 releases, I'll be uploading a few videos on both how to beat it, as well as a real playthrough to continue our saga series that we've created along the way. I hope I didn't waste your time, and I hope to see you again real soon.